Joining us for more on all that is Georgia Congressman Doug Collins. Congressman, good morning to you. How do you add to what we all just heard there?
Well, I think what we add is this, is that there have been real issues here in Georgia. And for one who helped ask for the recount down here, the hand recount that was done, this is a statutory recount being done now, it actually showed that there were issues down here. And look, for the Secretary of State or the Lieutenant Governor, anybody to minimize the issues that have been found is really doing a disservice. They may not, at this point, have, as the Lieutenant Governor said, added up to what he considers systemic. But what we have found is that when we asked for the first recount, we found over almost 10,000 votes that were never counted. 3,000 of those went in different areas, went back to the president that decreased Joe Biden's lead here. We're now seeing the Secretary of State actually investigating issues that we've been bringing forward and things that were reported to us over the past few weeks. So really what we're seeing in Georgia is a perfection of our election system so that people can be assured that every legal vote counts. And I'm also glad to see the Secretary of State going after what we're seeing down here right now is a deluge of texts, emails, and all kinds of things encouraging people to register to vote, many of which I think have nefarious motives, and I hope we'll get those checked out.
I'll ask you what you want to see done about that in just a moment. But when it comes to what is at stake with these runoff elections, Lindsey Graham, your Republican colleague in the Senate, did not mince words. Listen.
So if you want to stop this nonsense, if you want to make sure this nut job Tandon doesn't become the director of the budget in charge of the Office of Management and Budget, then make sure we win in Georgia. If you want to make sure that Wiseman doesn't get his way and Biden can't pick an attorney general that will try to destroy President Trump yet again, then you need to make sure Republicans win in Georgia.
Members of your party really going after Biden's pick for the OMB. Neera Tandon, the New York Post this morning, fraud sheet hack is the headline here. So you are making your views on that pick very clear. But meanwhile, how do you get your party to turn out and vote for this incredibly important election in Georgia?
Well, doing exactly what I've been doing, and that is encouraging people to vote, and that is to get out and really to look at the election back here. You know, President Trump and the conservative agenda here in Georgia, if they want to continue to see that maintained, then we've got to keep the Senate. One of the things that Lindsey Graham didn't mention, but also Ron Johnson in the Senate, is the investigations that have been going on. They need to come to a conclusion. John Durham's investigation, the things that we've been working on for the last 2 years, they will be all pushed aside under a Joe Biden administration. They'll be pushed aside under a Chuck Schumer administration in the Senate. We've got to stop that. The Senate has to be held so that we don't see a reversal of the things and the gains that we've made over the past 4 years, especially legislatively. And that's the legislative agenda that has to be taken into account. Lindsey Graham's dead on. If you want to see a reversal of what we have gained, then that is what is at stake here in Georgia. And I encourage all of my Republicans and conservatives here in Georgia to get out and vote, because that's how important this election is.
You're also, in addition to urging Republicans to get out and vote, you're issuing Republican voters to understand the voting laws. How big is your concern about the ultimate outcome of the election in that state based on what you're describing is happening there?
What I want to make sure is that we've highlighted the issues. I've said this before. You know, sunlight is a great disinfectant. I think, you know, early on when others in the Secretary of State and others were saying everything was fine with our election, I think we have proven that they need to be more vigilant. When they need to be more vigilant and actually giving our county elections officials more guidance on how to set their machines, how to process some of their paperwork, how to actually look at what we feel like was a weakening of the signature verification on absentee ballots. That is something that still needs to be looked at. And I think with these going on now with a heightened awareness, I think it's imperative that all Republicans get out and vote here in Georgia and make sure that we are, as has been said, the firewall against a Schumer administration in the Senate.
The president is scheduled to go there December 5th. How important is his visit? Final thoughts.
I think it's important. I think it's just a reminder that he is out looking for this country as a whole. He's out. He is frustrated, and he's expressed that frustration. He also understands the very vital nature of the Senate, and I'm glad to see him coming.
Congressman Doug Collins, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, Sandra. Take care.